Good morning, everyone. If you want to bury a story, you release it at about 7:45 p.m. on the Friday of a long weekend in the middle of summer. That's what you do, because nobody's paying attention at that point in time. Nobody. And so, at 7:46 p.m. on August 2nd, the Friday of the August long weekend in 2019, Global News reports, quote, breaking. An Immigration and Refugee Board member imposed more than 24 conditions on Hamdan, including that he not drive or possess weapons or electronic devices capable of accessing the internet. Here's the story. Online ISIS supporter deemed a danger to Canada ordered released from custody. Released from custody? Why are they releasing people who are a danger to Canada? Here's the article. A Jordanian man who has been declared a danger to Canada's security for spreading ISIS propaganda on the internet is being released from custody to live in rural BC while the government tries to deport him. Immigration and Refugee Board member Jeff Rempel ordered the release of Othman Hamdan on Friday afternoon, rejecting the Canada Border Services Agency's CBSA concerns that he is a risk to national security. While Rempel acknowledged that the release involved, quote, a level of danger to the public, he said it was less than in other cases, and Hamdan had no history of committing violence in Canada. He imposed more than 24 conditions on Hamdan, including that he not drive or possess weapons or electronic devices capable of accessing the internet. He must also not make any social media posts or have contact with ISIS. The 37-year-old, who was found to have served the ISIS social media agenda and encouraged attacks in Canada, had asked to be released to live in Enderby, a small town in the BC interior. Hamdan promised to refrain from posting on the internet and attend counseling in nearby Vernon. He will live in a basement room in a home of a friend who agreed to post a $2,000 bond. His lawyer argued the conditions would eliminate any risks, but CBSA officials opposed to freeing Hamdan and noted Enderby was less than 90 minutes from the Revelstoke Dam, one of the targets he had named. Randall Highland said the dam was specifically identified as a potential target for a terrorist attack in Hamdan's Facebook post and was only a relatively short drivable distance from Enderby. It seems like a really bad plan. The proposal to release Hamdan to a remote location far from a CBSA office that could monitor him was woefully inadequate and did not include any plan for de-radicalization, Highland argued. The case, unfolding as the government has vowed to crack down on online extremist content, involves the fate of an Abu Ghraib-born Jordanian citizen, sorry, that was a little tongue-twisty, who came to Canada in 2002 and was granted refugee status. Following the October 2014 terror attacks in Quebec and Ontario, the RCMP identified Facebook messages by Hamdan that a Mountie said had demonstrated clear support for ISIS. Mr. Hamdan identified infrastructure in Canada which could be targets for attack. He encouraged lone wolves in the West who could not travel abroad to carry out attacks at home, the IRB ruled. He shared a detailed how-to manual for lone wolves to follow in serving the terrorist agenda of the Islamic State. Additionally, many posts appear to be recruitment initiatives. Although a BC judge found him not guilty of terrorism charges in 2017, Hamdan is not a Canadian citizen and has been detained since September 2017 by immigration authorities who want to deport him back to Jordan. The IRB ordered his deportation in October 2018, ruling he is a danger to the security of Canada, and a federal court judge later called him an unmitigated liar. The bondsperson Hamdan will live with is a former co-worker who was his roommate when he made some of the online posts that led to his arrest. The bondsperson is self-employed and said he worked 40 to 60 hours a week. He testified that Hamdan could accompany him to job sites or his fiancée could watch him while he was at work. He said that he would not give Hamdan the password to the Wi-Fi at his rented home. What about your fiancée? Will she give him the password to the Wi-Fi? Back to the article. I find that under the supervision of the bondsperson, he's going to have little opportunity to incite violence online or, for that matter, to plan and carry out any attack of his own, the IRB member ruled. The CBSA asked the IRB to impose house arrest, electronic monitoring, and pre-approval of all visitors to the home, but the member declined to do so, instead putting in place a curfew from midnight to 5 a.m. It was unclear exactly when he would be released. In his testimony, Hamdan acknowledged that some of his online posts, quote, could be interpreted as implicit threats, but denied he was a security risk. Quote, I actually find it laughable. I'm not a violent person at all. He also denied his posts supported ISIS or promoted terrorism. Quote, I did not support the Islamic State. I supported some of its actions in protection of the Sunnis, he said. So he contradicts himself. I didn't pick up this pen. I just picked it up because it was on the floor. What? What? Did you pick? Yeah? Did you support ISIS or did you... Right, you supported ISIS. He said he's been cleared of the charges against him, but was now on death row because he believes he will be killed if he is returned to Jordan. Quote, I'm an innocent man in jail, he said. Appearing at the proceedings by video conference, Hamdan twice left the hearing to meditate in his cell, saying the testimony had triggered his post-traumatic stress disorder. I cannot believe this person is being released into the public. I think it is an absolute miscarriage of justice, and I can't believe there's no mechanism to stop this. I'm going to be contacting my member of parliament because they should probably know about this, because I don't think anybody will know about this because of the time they decided to publish this, which is Friday of a long weekend. Please don't read the newspaper, just go camping. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out the People's Party of Canada.ca and maybe contact your MP if you think this is an absolute disaster for Canada. Unbelievable.